Hi there, my name is Morgan Risden and I'm the creator of Center Studio, where I teach people skills to feel more comfortable more often. Now, one of my students is working on getting rid of tension in her neck and shoulder areas. And I feel like this area in general, many people can identify with having had discomfort or pain before. And in some cases, I feel like lots of people will say, anytime I get stressed, Morgan, the first place I feel it in my body is my neck and my shoulders. So I think if you're somebody who's experienced this video is definitely going to be for you. And I wanted to share one quick tip on how you can start the process of eliminating tension in this area. And the thing that I often begin with is I think the easiest, which is pay attention to when your shoulders are being lifted. Okay, that's an easy one that I feel like as soon as you notice it, it's so quick to say, oh, I'm not going to do that. And then you drop them. So it might not be as dramatic as I'm showing you, but for educational sake, I'm just going to an extreme here. But I want to just be clear that when you notice your shoulders are up, maybe towards your ears, you then pay attention to, okay, how can I let them just drop and let go? And I think this is something that, again, many people can identify with. Maybe you haven't always noticed, but you've caught yourself at one point or another in some activity in your life. Maybe you were driving a car or you were doing something else and you recognize, oh, my shoulders are working. Why is that? Right? And this is going to happen. The minute that you start paying attention to a specific habit, you'll notice it's all over the place. It's not that, it's only in this area of my life. It's like, oh, it happens here, it happens here, it happens here, even at the grocery store. Like, what is with this habit? It's always around. And the more you pay attention, let's celebrate that as opportunities that you can stop doing the habit. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example from my own personal life when I caught myself doing this, which is when my youngest daughter was born and we brought her home from the hospital. So she was 3 weeks early. No, she was 3 months early. Yeah, because she spent 2 months in the NICU. So she just came home. She was probably like, 5 pounds. Not very heavy, a little tiny thing. And as any parent who brings a newborn home knows, we're always feeding them around the clock. These babies are like always eating. So we bring our daughter home. Ilya's in the bassinet next to us. She cries. I'm picking her up to breastfeed her. And I don't want to get up. So I don't want to turn on the lights. I'm like keeping my eyes closed. I'm a professional. She's my second born. So I'm like, I got this. So I grab my daughter. She's in my arms and I'm breastfeeding and my eyes are closed. And at some point I'm like, oh, my shoulders are up to my ears. Oh, why am I doing that? So I just dropped my shoulders, not my baby, just my shoulders. And then I kept breastfeeding her. Now, the next day I got up and I went and taught a lesson. And I wasn't upset that, I caught myself doing that old habit of picking up my shoulders. I just realized that, these habits are very strong and they will show up at any time, even in the midst of breastfeeding a child in the middle of the night. And instead of getting upset about noticing when these habits keep coming up, instead I shift my mindset to, thank goodness I was aware and conscious this happened, so that then I could stop it. Because when we misuse ourselves and we are unconscious, my friends, that's when it gets into trouble because it's causing repetitive tension and problems in a specific area. So if you can say, I'm going to start to notice when this happens, then you might become able to let that go more often. Maybe you're waving hi to a neighbor. Maybe you're getting something out of the fridge. Maybe you're pulling a drawer open in your dresser and you go, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that go. And you just keep dropping your shoulders. If you end up feeling like, all day I recognize my shoulders were pulling up and now I feel like I let them go 500 times, that, my friend, is a win. Because that means 500 times during the day, you were able to stop your habit and do something else. And eventually, over time, you'll find that, I don't do it as often. Or, I only do it when I breastfed my kid that one night way back when she was 2 months old, right? So you might find that you rarely do it, but when you do, it sticks out because now it's not the norm anymore. Now it's not that your shoulders are always up to your ears. It's more that, my shoulders are relaxed and they hang out when I open a drawer or do something in my life, right? They're not so active. So this is something I'm going to encourage you to try on your own at home. And until next time, my friends, take care. Ciao.